I was able to get an appointment for my client Cayman Associates. It was actually with a local retail store. They were able to get in contact with their VP. He said he was looking at comparing to their current MSP. It's about 30 users, so an on-site visit, so it should be a pretty good meeting.
I got an appointment today for my roofer out in San Antonio. It's with a church, and he said that they have a couple projects that they want us to look at for next year, so we're going to go get them a quote next week.
Got an IT appointment for my client out in Toledo. It's with a nonprofit. They're currently working with somebody who's got a pretty established relationship but willing to hear us out. Mentioned our cybersecurity assessment. Going to be speaking more to that. It's towards the end of next month just because the IT director is going to be out on maternity leave. So congratulate him on his new baby girl, but should be a good appointment for my client out there.
Got two today. First one's with my roofer in Dallas. Great opportunity. Been speaking with property for a while. Finally got a time set. They're looking to get some repair quotes. And then just got another one for my roofer in San Francisco. Really good opportunity. I'd spoken with the operator, and then they transferred me to one of their facility management call centers. Then they gave me the cell phone for the VP of facility management, who oversees all their locations. Really big corporate company. He said that they don't have national contracts. They got local roofers. He said that they would like to stop by about 5 different facilities, all of them minimum 60,000 square feet. They want replacement quotes for all of them, so we'll be jumping from city to city for that appointment. Really good one.
I just got an appointment for my IT client in Texas. It's 150 user behavioral centers, and it has 7 different locations. Should be a banger. Pretty excited.
Happy Thursday. Not a bad morning so far. Had a pretty interesting sales lab about building records for IT companies, so that'll help the reps out, kind of narrow in on what they need to do, especially for their IT clients when it comes to building records from Zoom Rental on our list. So for us, not a bad morning. Logan got one, ran a partner meeting with his client, went really well. Super excited about what we're doing, so we're going to keep doing that. Also got a renewal with one of our clients, so super excited about that. Not a crazy amount of appointments on the board, but we're humming this morning.
I was able to get an appointment for Fargo Roofing. Actually was with a prospect that he was discussing in the client meeting that he really wanted to work with. I was able to get him on the phone and get an appointment for early January, so that should be a good one. And then I also just closed a small repair for them for $750, so we're humming for Fargo, but long client meeting, so haven't been able to call for anyone else. I'll call my shot for Pulaski Roofing in the afternoon.
Had a 3-piece yesterday. I got a pool contractor looking for advertising out in Nashville. I got a healthcare radiology partners group that is, looking for some additional IT support in 2026, about 70 users, as well as a in-home health service management group that oversees 26 or 27 locations in Louisiana. They've got about 4,500 or 4,600 users, and shaping up to be a pretty good month, so hopefully these conversations go well in January.
Been talking to a lot of people. We're weaving through. Stuff's coming. Stuff is coming. I'm excited.
A lot of calls. I think this afternoon should be good, and I'm calling my shot on 2 roofing appointments this afternoon.
2 partner meetings on the books for this morning, both fantastic conversations. A couple of Ross's clients, super happy. A bunch of proposals that are looking like closed deals. So great conversations. I have nothing on the board yet. I scheduled a really good meeting yesterday. It was a 350 user healthcare, I think it's a pharmaceutical manufacturer across the East Coast. Basically has a company, but wants to see what we have to offer in comparison. I sense some pain points in his tone. It's taking place early January. I think it's going to be a great conversation. But the guys are cooking this morning. What are we calling our shot today, boys?
Yeah, today I'm calling my shot in Columbia, South Carolina. Team Logic.
I've had a pretty good day so far. I'm calling my shot later in Kansas City. I had a really good conversation earlier with the client out in Sheboygan. They are a prospect out in Sheboygan. Talked with the CEO. They said they're actually removing the internal IT and wanting to go fully managed. So I sent over some information. We're going to follow up in February with him and the CFO. And then with those proposals, my client out in Des Moines has been cooking lately. We have 2 that we're meeting with, again for multiple times, that we should know by the end of this week or the beginning of next week. But one for being about 3,700, another one just shy of $4,000, both monthly reoccurring, and then we actually had a follow-up. Been in constant communication over the past year with the client, our prospect rather. We have a proposal out for a little over $16,000 monthly reoccurring. He reached out to them directly within the last week and said they're waiting on a signature with the CFO just to see if we can make that happen here in the near year. So they're ballpark in total with those 3 deals right there, just shy of $24,000 monthly reoccurring. They could be closing here in the next 2 weeks.
I'm calling my shot in South Dakota today.
We're on the board, including the newbie Jack's on the board already, but Ryan, you're on the board. Get us started.
I got an appointment for my East Coast clients for an all-metal roof. So they had active leaks here and there. They've had some repairs that they want a second opinion because I guess they're not really too confident about the work that's done prior. So excited to get an inspection first thing of the new year.
Had a little bit of an arm twister this morning. Was trying to get me off the phone, but still got the appointment. It's with the hotel in North Carolina with the GM, about 15,000 square feet in total. The more I talked to him, the more information I got out of him. Kind of pried out. Sounds like the roof is older than I thought it'd be. It's 20 plus years old. So it should be a pretty good meeting. Doesn't know of all the active issues, but still going to be able to get out there, give them some maintenance plans, repairs, and just check it out. Maybe there's a lot more than we think. So give them quotes on the whole 9 yards, but that was my appointment.
So I got my first appointment booked this morning. Got in contact with the building manager at the building whose appointment I booked. About 118,000 square feet, so nice size. Booked an appointment for Monday, January the 5th, and hopefully hear some good things back after that.
I built some records and call my shot in Akron for this afternoon.
I just got news that we did a repair for an appointment for Shaffer. It was $650 repair. And then I've been working with him on their CRM, just going through all their notes, all their follow-ups. There should be at least a couple more repairs coming through within the next week or two, totaling to around $15K, which is super exciting. And then I got one kind of late last night, good opportunity in Oakland. I'd spoken with the receptionist a handful of times. Finally, she was like, we've talked so many times, you just want a cell phone. So got a cell phone, talked to him. Said that they have about 150,000 square feet worth of roof coverage. Said that they have leaks throughout the whole property. Said that it would be great to get a proposal for basically a multitude of different aspects to see which one would be most effective for them to purchase.
I had one from the work from home day yesterday. It's actually taking place right now as we speak, so it was a pretty good one. It was with the nonprofit. They have anywhere from 10 to 15 users, about the same amount as devices. Spoke to the CEO, pushed me down to her operations director. They wanted to find some time to meet pretty quickly, go over kind of their needs and get a quote from us. So that's currently happening now. Waiting to hear back, but it should be a pretty good one. Jared, what are you working on?
I've been calling for my Florida client today. I did everything but find a date and time for a client with one of my California clients. That was with a nonprofit as well. So we're planning to circle back after the first week of January. That'll be an appointment for sure.
We're going to get something this afternoon, possibly 2, but we're going to at least get 1.
Had some good conversations. Should be a good one here in a couple months. That's opening up a new store that wants us to come out around that time. But hopefully gonna make some good calls this afternoon and get my IT client.
I've been dialing in Atlanta for IT all morning, and I have a guy I'm supposed to call back this afternoon who seemed pretty open to setting an appointment, so hopefully I'll get one in the afternoon.
I've got a couple appointments on the board. I got one myself from a conversation I had yesterday. I ended up with getting an email back this morning, set up an in-person. It's with a marketing, advertising type company. I have about 50 users. I talked with the IT administrator. They use IT companies from time to time for larger initiatives, projects. So definitely interested in hearing how we can collaborate. I'm not sure if I mentioned they have about 50 users, one location. So we got that set up for the 14th of January. And I think Marge was able to snag one for a client in Dayton, a commercial roofer. I'll let her tell you about that.
I got to help out with command this morning and set one for them. It was a good opportunity. They wanted an inspection at this auto repair store, and they have 9 locations across Dayton. So I think it's a good foot in the door, and looking forward to how it goes. And I'm going to channel my inner meanness this afternoon and set an appointment in New Jersey.
Got a couple of warm leads. Try to get them both for January, but they rather just me call in January to actually see what's going on. But gonna call my shot in either Destin or Redmond.
I'm gonna try to get something in Cleveland.
You got a proposal out. How much was that for?
It's about 5K MOR.
I think Christian's the only one with appointments, and he's not even here right now. Oh, just kidding. There's 2 other ones. You're right. I apologize. We'll start here.
Got a pretty fat one for J&R over in Tucson. It's with a school, kind of a non-profit program, but about 130 users. Just kind of a large conversation, or a large prospect. December 30th, we got it scheduled. So they're actively looking too. That'll be a good one.
I'm gonna call my shot for California. I got one this morning from my roofing company down in Florida. It's with a storage facility. Spoke with the property manager. She kind of oversees like the maintenance and everything. She's been up on the roof a couple times, but haven't had it really looked at in the last couple of years, I believe. So we're gonna go out there after the new year to see what we can find, get them a quote.
I'm just doing some builds for California right now.
Good morning. So I got one for my IT partner up in Manhattan. This was a financial organization, pretty big, 300 users. I talked to the CFO a couple weeks ago, pointed me in the direction of their IT director. So got him on today, referenced the call with the CFO. He wants to meet early January, so we set up a virtual call for January 8th in the afternoon. It's 300 users, 7 locations, hybrid, and he's got some projects in 2026 that he's looking at, so let's talk about that. I think, Anthony, you got a good one yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And then, Brett, you got one, 2 today?
Anthony, go first. Yeah, I got Shaffer.
Anthony's going to go first. He's going to talk about one from yesterday.
I got one yesterday. Nothing today. I'm getting rinsed so far. But yesterday, it was for my Indianapolis software client. So it was a lead I've been following up on for like over a year at this point. I finally got this guy on the phone. So this first guy told me to reach out to him. He was a facilities manager. I got him on the phone. He let me know that his role changed. Not much of a surprise. It's been so long since I spoke to them last. But he put me in the direction of one guy initially in regards to some of the software. But I brought up robotics because I'm also doing some robotics pitches right now as well. He let me know that the guy I spoke with initially was looking into doing some robotics for a new line that they just got in. So I got him back on the phone, kind of confirmed a bunch of information, and I got something set up for, I think it's the 2nd week of January, so that's a good opportunity there. And then for today, I'm going to call my shot in Portland. There's a lot of power outages up there, which isn't great, but we're going to see if we can get my IT client on the board.
I got 2 appointments today. The first one was for my Miami HVAC client. It was a hotel, 275,000 square foot. Right around 200 units. They have a maintenance agreement in place, but the KDM wasn't exactly sure when that agreement expires, so we're headed out there in early January to provide them a secondary quote. And then the second one I got was for my Connecticut HVAC client. It was another hotel, about 60,000 square foot. It's a new building, so they don't have a maintenance agreement in place. So we're headed out there that first week of January to provide them a quote.
I got one for my roofer out in Phoenix today. It was a weird one, a new construction one actually, which I don't get too often, but I had reached out to an assisted living facility, got the owner's phone number a while back, and he was kind of pressing me on if we do new construction and wanting evidence. Followed up with him today, left a message, got a call back saying he wants to connect us with his project manager. Ended up speaking with him, and we're going to go out to the offices on early January to get early conversation started.
We got a few this morning. We're going to expedite ours. Emma's got 3 of them though, so Emma, do share.
I got one for my IT client. Their contract is up in February. It's in urgent care. So we're gonna go meet with them, and then one for my roofer in Arkansas. It's a assisted living facility. They have a project coming up. We're gonna go get them a quote for it. And then my janitorial client, it's a manufacturer. We're gonna go out and get them a quote for office cleaning.
And then Teddy's got 2 in the last 24 hours for his cleaner in Utah.
Pretty solid one to end the day yesterday for janitorial client in Salt Lake City. It's with a shopping mall. Didn't get the exact square footage, but we believe it's about over 300,000 square feet. Actively looking more towards the new year. Also, appointment earlier today with a manufacturer. It's about 150,000 square feet. Just got a new maintenance manager there, so he's looking at what we can do for him.
And then our cleaner down in Texas closed about 30K in MRR Tuesday afternoon that we found out about. So big win this week.
All right, boys. How we looking? I haven't looked at the dashboard in a while. Nolan, I know you're on the board. Let's start with you.
HVAC over in Akron.
Yep.
Sam's met with him in the past. He responded to my email, booked a calendar invite, and it should be a good one.
Yep. That was one of the first HVAC companies that I ever pitched when we had nothing. So now I got a whole lot of stuff. I got stories on recruiting and digital and everything else, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Slamming.
Yeah.
I saw it as soon as I got here.
Jesus?
Yeah, so got someone in DC an appointment. Spoke with him about a week ago, so pitched him again, so got him on the calendar. A lot of people I'm talking to out there, looks like no one really calls them, so they're a little skeptical. But they're good follow-ups for me to send them info and then reach them out another week or two again and then get them on the meeting, and then Sam will take care of the rest. So it's been pretty good. I got a couple of people picking up.
Nice. Brennan?
Still nothing. A lot of calls though. A lot of added members whenever I'm not getting something on a mobile. I'm just trying, like if I get a quick voicemail, that's usually someone I look for another partner.
Yeah.
Because like if it's always straight to voicemail, that's a good hint that we're probably not going to pick up.
Oh, wow.
Whenever I get something like that, I usually look for a number on this.
Yeah. Just keep at it, man. Just, you know, it's all the little things right. Huh?
Peter's getting files, one somewhere, so that gives me a little bit of hope.
Which guy?
Peter, one you just, someone said you were on.
Oh, yeah. So, yes, like accounting works, right? We just got a guy signed up there in Chicago like an hour ago. It works when you target the right people. He booked a time that was, and this was Peter in Maryville, but so like that appointment, pull it back up. Here you go. So it took 5 attempts to get that guy on the phone, right? And we tell you up to 8. 8's the max. You can't give up before then, because like that guy, Connor builds the record and sends him an email, which credit to you. That's a Connor record right there. So sends an email, calls back 2 days later, didn't leave a voicemail. Peter picks it back up here at the beginning of December, leaves a voicemail and sends an email, tries him again a week later, or like 6-7 days, doesn't pick up, tries him again 4 days later, picks right up, pitches him, just wanted to get the meeting. That's all you got to do is just, you're fighting for the meeting. You don't have to sell the services. If you can get them on the website, because he told me, like, yeah, I watched a ton of your videos. I was like, great, this is going to be an easy conversation because you know what we do. That's how you get those guys. And then let me take care of selling the deal, right? So stay after it. Get some confidence and some juice, get some energy in your voice. Nobody's going to take a phone call or a meeting with somebody on the other end of that phone that sounds like they don't really have a care in the world. Like, nobody wants that. It's like, I'm like, hey dude, I do sales. Like, I'm looking to make some money with somebody. Be like, ooh, that sounds good, right? So you got to make sure that you're coming with it every single call. Phones down, focused on who you're calling, because if you're focused and trying to get them on the phone, they will generally pick up at a higher contact rate. I know it sounds weird, but like, it works. You know, smile while you dial, just dial with intent. That's the best thing I can tell you. And Nick, talk to us. What were you just working on? Getting happy?
Kind of.
Kind of. So it's a warm lead?
He was running into a meeting. He said, I don't have it, let me see. He said he is texting me a link to his calendar and we can book a time on it.
Okay. Great. Tell us about it. IT?
Yeah, it's a IT company. He has like 5 different businesses. He said,
I'm in New York, I'm a big deal. I'll send you my calendar, all right?
So this is a peculiar one because he has like 5 different businesses and he's not really looking to grow his MSP business anymore, but that's kind of what we talked about. He was like, I have a few different businesses and this sounds intriguing, so I'd like to set up a time.
Do you know what any of the other businesses are?
I mean, there's one that's like I was on his LinkedIn. He called me back, so I'm not even on his contact record anymore. I need to find it and figure it out. But yeah, he's had his MSP business for a while. On his LinkedIn page, he's an entrepreneur. He's got 5 different businesses. His MSP is at the bottom of the list. So he's opened up like 4 different things since then and said he'd be open to collaborating. I don't see a text with a link to his calendar, so I don't know. Maybe not an appointment. We'll find out. It was a strange one. Let's just say that.
Keep it up.
All that great.
That's gonna be putting us at, and don't film our deal board, Mr. Cameraman. We're gonna have, so I got 2 renewals this morning. I got the Oklahoma City renewal, that's 18. Fort Worth roofing 19, and the county in Chicago, that puts us at 20 total. So we're humming. And then if homeboy calls me back from Scranton, then, which he ain't gonna do it. Like, you know, you see it. They don't do it on the call. They typically don't do it. But if he calls back, that's 21. So we got 2 more new ones. That puts us at 13. We need, what is it, 2 more? I think we needed 4 more. We need 2 more deals. 2 more! And we got less than a week to do it before everybody starts going to the holiday mode. So let's get after it. We got some good calls set up for tomorrow. We got some more meetings here today. That's all I got, man.
I would call Sean, assume they have a company, and just go for the ask and try to set the appointment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's really the way everyone should be going about their work. Shooting, like, you should have a bullet.
I've been going around doing my standard IT assistance, helping people out. Right now I'm going through and updating the floor plans in Photoshop, getting some emergency symbols added to the floor plan for the emergency exits. And then later on I'll be continuing and editing the intranet in SharePoint and getting more information on that for new employees. That way we can kind of onboard them a little bit quicker, a little bit easier.
Yes, so I had a kickoff call with our new roofing client that's going to be starting in January. Meeting ran a little long, but was able to get all the information I needed and sent off. Currently this morning I am working on lists, so goal is by early afternoon I'll be able to get all the lists in that I've sent out. We'll be good to go, and then I'll also be working on payroll as well since I will be out next week for Christmas PTO.
Just been working on blogging this morning for clients, and then this afternoon going to get back to Shadow IT's website.
I've been working on, one of our IT clients sent me their master services agreement and their other services agreement that they want to put on their website similar to Arsenal. So right now, working through a 21-page document, getting that on their site before I switch to their agreement where they can gain clients online.
Just still working on email template builder and just kind of architecting like the journeys and emails and how they're all going to work together. So I've just been working on that.
Been working on a slight bug fix for Crate on some of those with bad dates on there, so on edit it wouldn't be able to save. So working on that one, and then gonna jump on another bug fix probably for this.
Just sifting through Indeed, LinkedIn, and been kind of coordinating with our employer partners about positions that they're looking for. Today I've done a lot of Indeed or /LinkedIn reposting of internal roles, so yeah, that's about it.
Just been working on the stairwells, getting those clean, and then making sure everything's stacked up around the office.
I got another appointment today. It's my 3rd of the day. This one was for my Phoenix HVAC client. I reached out to the director of operations at a charter school. They have about 20 units. They have a maintenance agreement in place, and they review those contracts toward the end of the school year. But we were going to be nearby in the middle of January, so I set up an appointment for mid-January for us to go out there, get a lay of the land, and then provide them an additional preventative maintenance bid.
So I just got my 3rd one on the month, 2nd on the week for my niche medical client. I spoke with a hospital in the Midwest. Great opportunity there, actually. She was more than happy with hearing us out, our offerings, as well as getting a cost savings analysis. So I got that scheduled for January 6th. It's pretty busy this time of year for hospitals, so I got that set then. Let my client know he's super excited about it. He knows this is a really big opportunity for us. So hopefully we get some more good news here soon.
Just got an appointment for my West Coast client for a 200,000 square foot cold storage facility plant. And they've had various repairs throughout the last years, and they have warranties ranging from 4 years to 17 years. So about due for some checkups and possibly some re-roof. But looking to make an acquaintance and be on their roster. And hopefully we can get them a full re-roof, but at least some other repairs in the next coming weeks or months. So excited nonetheless. On to the next one.
I got one this afternoon for my IT client out in Virginia Beach.
With SVP. Have you been,
I
man?
spoke with the director of IT for a property management company. She was actually super
Hey, can
happy.
you
I
hear me
called,
okay?
said her goal for next year is to start
Oh, sorry
offloading
about
some
that.
of
This
their
camera
work
with SVP.
to an
Not sure
MSP.
if
So
you
we're
remember
going to
me
meet
or
with them
not.
after the holidays. 28
we
users,
spoke last year.
cloud-based, one
My
location,
company, we
a couple
do
remote
full
workers.
stack
My client's pretty excited for it.
We got an appointment for my client up in New Hampshire earlier today. It's with the CEO of a CPA company that I've been talking to for a month or two now. Currently have a company that they're working with. Wants to have a conversation before they get into the craziness of tax season. As I had a follow-up call with them today, I learned a little bit more. Current company that they're working with kind of been dropping the ball, so they're kind of worried about that going into tax season. Would like to have a backup, and I asked them more about it, if there was a way out of the contract, if things didn't go too well, which there is. Contract isn't up till July of 2027, but don't hope that things go bad, because that's bad for their company. But I would love an opportunity to show them what we could do. So had about 60 users, 3 locations, got that set up for Monday the 12th.